This is the subspecies Western Lowland gorillas. So this is not the only kind of gorillas out there in the wild. So we have the more famous mountain gorillas, so the ones that you have seen in the movies like Gorillas in the Mist, those are mountain gorillas. And then we also have
bugging him. He wants him to get up.
Eastern Lowland gorillas. The most popular are the Western Lowland gorillas that you see here at the Calgary. I did notice that the monkeys have come down. So if you thought that it was just the Western Lowland gorillas in here, you have not looked at the enclosure carefully enough, because there are colobus monkeys that reside with the Western Lowland gorillas. And the thing is, those monkeys like to play or tease the gorillas. So sometimes you will see those monkeys come down and see how far they can get before the gorillas start chasing them. Oh, there's Yolanda bringing all attention to her. Let's see, she's going to climb up the hose there. Aww. She may be interested in playing with the monkey. I have heard that there has been some expressed interest on the two little guys we have. So there is a young colobus in here, and of course there's Yawande. And there has been interest on both parties of wanting to play with each other. However, the adults from both sides have interfered, and so usually when they get a little too close, one of the adults will usually kind of step in, quite often the gorilla parents, and
look at they're chasing each other.
Maybe not today. So let's see. Have they caught up?
Yeah. They're playing.
But they haven't gotten too close together.
They're gonna play, or?
Yeah, look at those monkeys. So in the wild, you would actually see them in the same environment, because they are both from rainforest environments. However, you may not see the monkeys as close, because the colobus monkeys do live up in the canopies of the rainforest. And of course, when the gorillas get a little bit older, they do get bigger, which makes it not as easy for them to climb up so high. But as you can see from Yawande, with being so small, it's not much of an issue to climb up and down the trees here, which makes it a little bit more difficult and less intriguing for the adults to do. And there are times where the keepers will put a particular treat in that feeder. And today there isn't anything in there yet, but the gorillas are smart. They remember, they know that perhaps if they look in there, there might be a treat in there. And as you can see, if you're looking at this feeder, the slats aren't big enough for the gorillas to put their hands in. However, the gorillas are smart enough. Let me see if I have it in here. Where they, if they can find a stick in their enclosure, they will put that stick into their enclosure, or into the feeder, and get this. I do want everyone to have a good view. If you do need interpreting of what's going on, just let me know if I'm doing something bizarre, and I will definitely tell you what's going on. So you'll also notice that in the enclosures, we do have these two feeders in there as well. And these two feeders are put in there, again, to challenge the gorillas to think about, you know, how they're going to get those food items out. So they're typically tasting treats. Is the monkey chasing Yolanda and vice versa? There it goes.
There he goes.
And that's the thing, I mean, without these youngsters in here, we would likely not see as much activity. The youngsters do bring a lot of liveliness to the enclosure. Let's see what Yawande does. Slide down there. Hose there, Yawande. And it's great that today the adults don't seem to really mind that the two young ones are interacting with each other. That are in your cell phone. It's called coltan. And coltan is mined in their natural environment. So we're asking people, instead of going into the gorillas' rainforest environment and digging and getting this coltan substance from their home, we're asking people to recycle their cell phones so we can reuse, instead of having to go in there and disrupt their environment, destroy their homes. And usually when you go into an animal's habitat, you're going to lose animals along the way by interfering and disrupting their homes.